The 10th richest man of all time is African King Mansa Musa, the 14th century West African ruler who was so rich and generous with his handouts that he wrecked an entire country's economy. He was rich, richer than Jeff Bezos, all the big names, Elon Musk, bigger than all of them. He was the richest ever, and it was a black man. Yes, he definitely destroyed. He ruined, not destroyed, but ruined the economy. According to Randolph Butch Ware, associate professor of history at the University of California, told BBC, Mansa Musa was richer than anyone could describe. Mansa Musa was born in 1280 into a family of rulers. His brother, Mansa Abdul Bak, ruled the empire until 1312, when he renounced to go on an expedition, which was common in those days. They were devout Muslim, so they believed in doing expeditions like Malcolm X did. Mansa Musa inherited the kingdom he left behind. Under his rule, the kingdom of Mali grew significantly. During Mansa Musa's reign, he acquired 24 cities, including legendary Timbuktu. With such a large land and mass came great resources such as salt and gold. And that's how he acquired so much riches, because he had so much gold, salt, and other resources of the land. And if you study Africa, Africa have all the resources to survive. So that's why we have so many people that go to Africa to steal so many resources like gold, blood diamonds, and etc. Because Africa is the only continent that has all resources. During the reign of Mansa Musa, the Empire of Mali accounted for almost half of the old world's gold, according to the British Museum. He garnered wealth from trading gold and other goods. He was given the name the Golden King. During his reign, the Empire of Mali was home to so much gold, the kingdom itself was not well known. This changed when Mansa Musa, a devout Muslim, decided to go on a pilgrimage to Mecca, passing through the Sahara Desert and Egypt. Musa would take his entire royal court, that included officials, soldiers, griots, entertainment merchants, camel drivers, and 12,000 slaves, as well as long-term goats and sheep for food. Everyone, including the slaves, were clad, aka decked out in gold, brocade, and the finest Persian silk, and hundreds of camels were in tow, each camel carrying hundreds of pounds of pure gold. Musa left an impression when he so lavishly handed out gold in Cairo during his 3-month stay, caused the price of gold to plummet in the region for 10 years, wrecking the whole economy. That lets you know this man was rich. Musa passed through Egypt again, trying to help the economy by removing some gold. Others say he spent so much that he ran out of gold. Some say they don't praise him in their songs because he wasted so much resources outside of the Empire of Mali. Mansa Musa spent or wasted, depending on who you talk to. He was known as a very giving person. Like, he treated his staff and the people around him very well, and he gave lavishly. If anybody just looked at him, he gave them money. So I don't think he was wasteful. He wasn't selfish, just stingy, like I believe a lot of rich people are today. but they said it depends on who you talk to. So, to me, I think he was a good guy in my book. But he spent so much gold on his pilgrimage that he was caught, that it caught the whole attention of the world. Today, the Mansa Musa Commission, the famous mosque, I don't know the name and I don't want to pronounce it wrong, in 1327, which is worth the estimate 8.2 million. Mansa Musa also encouraged the arts, he encouraged literature, he encouraged architecture, and he built schools, libraries, and mosques. Timbuktu soon became a center of the education, and people traveled from all over the world to study at what will become the Sankore University. I'm sorry if I'm probably butchering the name, but the rich king is often credited with starting the tradition or education in West Africa, although the story of his empire largely remained the little known outside of West Africa. Mansa Musa died in 1337 at the age of 57, very young. The empire was inherited by his sons who could not hold the empire together. The later arrival of Europeans in the region was the final nail in the empire's coffin. And of course, we all know what happens with history. When Europeans come over, what do? They colonize. So, that's what happened to the Empire of Mali. But what a rich legacy and history that I believe this is something we should have been taught in school. That, yes, we were actually billionaires and millionaires of African kings and queens, which some of us do know. But why do we know that an African man, a black man, was the richest man in the world? And he still holds that title, richer than all the rich men we know who happen to be, of course, white. Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Warren Buffett. No, they don't even come close to Mansa Musa, an African king. He was indeed the richest, and this story must be told. So, yeah, please come back again. Subscribe, like, share. But Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan, they're planning to make a movie about Mansa Musa, so be on the lookout for that.